Hi students, good morning to all. Hope you all are safe and fine at home by God's grace. Today I am going to introduce the first chapter. Before that, let me introduce the contents in the 7th Max book, Term 1. Dear students, this is your 7th Max book, Term 1. Hope you have received this PDF from the school, and I think you people are revising the content which has been given in your 7th Max book. Before enter into the chapter, let me introduce the contents which are being given in your 7th Max book. And here in the content we can see that totally 6 chapters are there. And the first chapter is number system, second chapter is measurement, third chapter is algebra, fourth chapter is direct and inverse proportion, fifth chapter is geometry, sixth chapter is information processing. Okay, this is your first chapter, number system. In mathematics, we also call this as real number system. In this real number system, we have seen different families of number system. This number system includes first the natural numbers, second the whole numbers, third the integers, fourth the rational number, fifth the irrational number. Altogether is nothing but the real number system family. Okay. Here in this number system, they have given the learning objectives. Whenever we introduce the chapters, we used to learn about the objectives given in the book. Okay, fine. What you are going to learn in this number system? Yes, we are going to learn the concept of addition and subtraction of integers, as well as the concept of multiplication and division of integers. And other than that, we are going to learn an important thing in this number system about the addition of integers, subtraction of integers, multiplication of integers and division of integers. But first they highlights on addition of integers. So here we are also going to learn the properties of 4 fundamental operations applied to integers. Also using the learn concept, we are going to solve the applied problems using the 4 fundamental operations or integers. So before going into the chapter, we are going to recap, that is recall the previous content, which is nothing but the definition of integers. Fine. Yes, integers are a collection of natural numbers, 0 and negative numbers. You already know that what is a natural number. Natural number is nothing but the number which starts from 1 and goes on. And you also know that integers are represented by Z, capital Z. Here I have given the integers in the form of a number line. You know that the integers are represented by the number line, and center we have 0, and right side of 0 is the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 goes on. It is nothing but the natural number, and you know that which starts from 1. And the left side of 0 is nothing but the negative numbers, which is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 goes on. And both side we have this arrow mark. This arrow mark represent there is no end for those integers, and it should be continued without terminating, that is ending, in the left hand side as well as the right hand side. Okay, fine. First we are going to learn about the addition of integers. Before going into the addition, we'll just learn about the operations. Okay, addition of the operations. Plus, plus, plus. The operation is plus at the center. These are the signs of the number. So if the number has plus and plus, what you have to do is add and put the positive sign. Okay, when the two numbers carries positive sign and the operation is plus, that is you are going to add, then you should have in your mind that we have to add the number and put the positive sign. Okay, that is we have the same sign in both the numbers. Same way, if we have same sign for both the numbers, that is minus, minus, and the operation is addition, then you should be clear that you have to add and put the negative sign. For same negative sign addition, we will be having the answer as minus. Okay, when the same sign is plus, then while the operation is addition, you have to put plus sign. Next, if the signs are different for both the numbers and if the operation is addition, then you want to subtract the numbers and you want to put the greater number sign in the answer. Clear? If one number have plus and the other number has minus, you are going to add it. The answer should be subtracted, the number should be subtracted and the greater number should be there in the answer. Greater number sign should be there in the answer. Properties of addition. Here, as I said, we are going to learn the properties of the addition of integers. The first property is closure property, second is commutative property, third is associative property, fourth is additive identity, and fifth one is additive inverse. First, we are going to learn about the closure property. Closure property goes in this way: for any two integers a as well as b, a plus b is also an integer. Okay, this is the definition of mathematical statement of closure property. What it means is, if you have a number, two numbers, we can take it as a and b, that a is equal to 7 and b is equal to minus 5. In general, the numbers are represented as a and b, but when you go with the mathematical statement, a is equal to 7, b is equal to minus 5. When you add these two numbers, these numbers are nothing but the integers. When you add these two integers, you will be getting the answer. Okay, so you know the addition, right? So first number bears the sign plus and the second number bears the sign minus, and the operation of the integer is addition. So plus minus, what, the signs are different, so we have to subtract the given number. So 7 minus 5 is 2, and we know that we have to put the greater number sign. The greater number sign is plus, therefore the answer is plus 2. So again, plus 2 is nothing but the integer, therefore it means that the addition of integers are closure. Okay, the addition of integer is closure. Okay, next, commutative property. Commutative property, again, the mathematical statement of definition is, for any two integers a, b, a plus b is equal to b plus a. In general, in max, we will be representing the numbers as a, b. Okay, so a is an integer, b is an integer. If first you are going to add a plus b, or you are going to make it reverse, b plus a, both the answer will be same. So if when you add the two numbers and make it reverse and add the two numbers, if both the answers are equal, then you can say addition of integer is commutative. For example, we are going to represent a as 12, b as minus 13. Here 12 addition operation minus 13 is equal to, again reverse it, minus 13b plus a, that is 12. So when you check it on the both sides, we have the portion of a plus b which is equal to b plus a. When you find the answer, you know that plus into, when we go with plus and minus, we have to subtract the given number. 13 minus 12 is 1. The greater number sign is minus, therefore minus 1. Here also in the left hand side, equal to is between, and this side is said to be right hand side and this side is said to be left hand side. Now when we check out the right hand side, minus 13 plus 12, here also different signs and the operation is addition, so we have to subtract the given numbers. 13 minus 12 is 1 and the greater number sign is minus. When you check it off, both the answers are equal. It means that the given addition of integer is commutative. Next, the third one is associative property definition. For any three integers, for associative property, we have three integers a, b and c, and it should be a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. Here the bracket stands the important as a. In mathematics we have to go with the operation of the bracket terms. So first add b plus c, after that add a. In the right hand side, add a plus b first, then add it with c. So this is the mathematical statement in general. Now we are going to solve it with an example. A, the number is minus 2, b, the number is 2, c, the number is minus 9. So when you go with the operation, a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. So when you first we have to go with the numbers inside the bracket. So since the operation are different, we have to go for subtraction. 9 minus 2 is 7 and the greater number sign is minus. So minus 7 plus minus 7 is minus 14. Here the operations are different. So subtract 7 minus 2 is 5 and the greater number sign is minus. Here minus 9. Both the signs are equal. So add it and put the sign. So minus 14. Since both the answers are equal on the left hand side and right hand side, it states that the addition of integer is associative. Fourth one, additive identity. For any integers a plus 0 is equal to a is equal to 0 plus a. So additive identity represents you when you add a number with 0, we will get the same number as the answer. Though if you reverse it also, we will be getting the same answer. That's why it proves that it is additive identity. Okay, for example, instead of a, I am going to take the integer 1. So 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. Also, when you reverse it 0 plus 1, the answer is 1. Therefore, 0 is the additive identity of the given number. So have a note over that 0 is the additive identity of integers. Whatever integers they give, when you add it with 0, you will be getting the same number. So it is just like a mirror. If you see your face on the mirror, you will be getting the same face over the mirror. So that mirror is said to be the additive identity here. So here as the mirror 0 is there, therefore 0 is the additive identity of integers. And the last one is additive inverse. For any integer a plus minus a is equal to 0 is equal to minus a plus a. Okay, here when you have a number and when you add that number with the negative number of its same, you will be getting the answer as 0. Here this implies that minus a is the additive inverse of a. Are you clear? When you add a number with its negative number, you will be always getting the answer as 0. So whenever you have a negative number or a positive number and the sum is 0, then both the numbers are the additive inverse of the given number. Example, a is equal to 15. If a is equal to 15, minus a is nothing but minus 15. When you add both the numbers, you will be getting as 0. If you reverse it also, you will get the answer as 0. Clear? Therefore, for minus 15, 15 is the additive inverse. For 15, minus 15 is the additive inverse. Clear? So here the note has been given clearly. If a is an integer, then minus a is the additive inverse of the given integer. If minus a is an integer, then a is the additive inverse of the given integer. Thus, either of the pair of opposites is known as additive inverse of the other. Clear? So still now I have introduced the addition of integers. Now we are going to deal with the exercise 1.1. So one by one we can start solving the exercise 1.1. First question, already you have done it as homework, even though after seeing these sums you just practice over that and find out the answer. Second sum, have it as today's homework. Now we are going to see the third sum. Third sum, first question, it goes in this way: 8 and minus 12. Using number line, you are going to add it. So you are going to add the integers 8 and minus 12 using number line. So you know that how to draw a number line. The scale represent the number line. Okay, the interval should have equal distance. Okay, so in the center 0 should be there. 0 right hand side the natural numbers, and the negative part of those numbers should be in the left hand side. Now the question goes in this way: 8 has the positive sign. So positive always represent the right hand side of 0. So 0, from that we have to go to 8. Okay, now we are at plus 8. Now we are going to add this plus 8 with minus 12. Minus represent the left hand side of 0. Okay, so left hand side of 0, so we have to come back. Okay, we have to come back 12 step. Okay, from 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The last steps falls on minus 4. Therefore, when you add the integers 8 and minus 12, you will be getting the answer as minus 4. This is the answer for the first question. Okay, the third question is nothing but minus 100 plus minus 10. Since both the signs are same, what you have to do? You have to add the integer. When you add 110, it is 110. And we have to write the same sign. Therefore, the answer is minus 110. Clear? The fourth question has been given as 20 plus minus 72. Here when you check the sign, it is plus and here it is minus. If the signs are different in the over addition of integers, we have to subtract the given integers. So 72 minus 20. 72 minus 20, it is 52. So now we have subtracted and put the answer is 52. And one more thing, if the different sign is there, we have to go for the greater number sign. Greater number sign is minus. Therefore, the answer is minus 52. Clear? So now we are going to the fourth question. Fourth question goes in this way. Thenmalar appeared for competitive exam which has negative scoring of 1 mark for each incorrect answer. In paper 1, she answered 25 questions incorrectly, and in paper 2, 13 questions incorrectly. Find the total reduction of marks. So it's clear that there is a student named Thenmalar. She has appeared for an competitive exams. For example, in your real life, you can hear about your brothers or sisters writing IAS exam or bank exam or few competitive exams for government postings. In that, they will be going with 1 hour, 2 hour or 3 hour, and they will be writing 100 questions, right? For those questions, they will be giving a negative scoring. Negative scoring sense, if you write one wrong answer, they will be minusing 1 mark from the total marks which you get. So the same way here, Thenmalar is appeared in a competitive exam and she is doing that exam with a rule of negative scoring. If she answers wrongly, for each wrong answer they will be minusing 1 mark. She was writing first paper as well as second paper in this competitive exam. As you write in for your subject English paper 1, English paper 2, or else for Tamil paper 1 as well as Tamil paper 2. Here in paper 1, how many mistakes, that is how many questions she has answered incorrectly? 25 questions. Okay, and in paper 2 also she has answered incorrectly 13 questions. So totally when you add those two numbers, that is wrong answers for the number of question is 25 and here is 13. When you add it both, you will be finding how many questions totally she was wrong. Okay. Now the last line says that find the total reduction of marks. If you find that, you can also find the total marks which she got lose. Okay. So now negative scoring for each incorrect answer in exam is -1. Okay. Negative scoring is nothing but reduction, that is the marks which she won't get from the total. Okay. Negative scoring for 25 incorrect answer in paper 1 is equal to 25. Since it is negative scoring, we are putting minus. And negative scoring for 13 incorrect answers in paper 2, it's 13. Since it is negative scoring, it is minus. Reduction is reduce. Okay. Therefore, total reduction of marks is equal to this minus 25 and this minus 13 should be there, and they have asked it as total. Since it is total, you want to put plus here. You have to put plus here. So when you put plus here, since the signs are same, 25 plus 13 will gives you 38. You want to add the numbers 38, and after this we can find that add and put the sign. So now we are going to put the sign as minus. Therefore the answer, that is total reduction of marks for Thermaler while writing those competitive exam is -3. Clear? Next, the fifth question. In a quiz competition, team A scored +30, -20, 0, and team B scored -20, 0, +30 in 3 successive rounds. Which team will win? Can we say that we can add integers in any order? Okay, so there is a quiz competition, and in that quiz competition they have 3 rounds. Okay, in the first round team A scored +30 but team B scored -20. In second round team A scored -20, team B scored 0. In third round team A scored 0, second team B got +30. Fine. Now they are asking which team is the winner and if what will be the answer when you add the integers in any order. Okay. So we will see the solution. Scoring of team A. Scoring of team A is +30, -20, 0. So when you add it only, we can find the total of the score. So first +30 -20, different sign. So what you have to do? Subtract, put the answer, and now you put the greater number sign. So +10. Fine. Already we have +0 here. So +10 plus 0 is +10 again. Okay. Now scoring of team B, -20, 0, +30. -20 plus 0 is again -20, and again we have +30. So different signs. Subtract. 20 minus 30 is 10, and the biggest number sign is plus. When you check the score of team A and team B, both the answers are what? Equal. Thus, we can say that both the teams are the winner, and also as they asked, we can say yes, we can say that integers can be added in any order. You can add the integers in any order because here the same number +30 -20 0, but here the order has been changed -20 0 and +30. Whatever the order, if you add the integer, you will be getting the answers clearly. Clear? Here the sixth question, or 11 plus 7 plus 10 and 11 plus 7 plus 10 are equal. Mention the property. So first we will do the first given number. 11 plus 7 plus 10 is equal to 11 plus 7. Inside the bracket we have to do it first. So when you add the number 11 and 7, we will be getting 18 and plus 10. 18 plus 10 is 28. Here the next part, 11 plus 7 plus 10. So bracket number should be added first. 11 as it is, 7 plus 10 is 17, 11 plus 17 is 28. So when you add 11 plus 7 plus 10, you will be getting 28, as well as when you change the bracket, 11 plus 7 plus 10 is equal to 28. Since both the answer in the left hand side as well as right hand side are equal, we can say that the given part is both are equal, that is the addition of given integers are equal. Hence by this we can say that addition of integers is associative, since we know that a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. It is nothing but the associative property. The last question, 7th question, find 5 pairs of integers that add up to 2. Okay, it is nothing but you are going to find two numbers. Pair is nothing but two, couple of numbers. When you add those two numbers, you should get the answer as 2. That number should be an integer. Okay, so simply I have given the answer. You can also find the 5 pairs. Now I have given some 5 of the pairs. Okay, 0 plus 2. When you add 0 and 2, you will be getting 2. When you add 1 plus 1, you will be getting 2. 0 also an integer, 2 is also an integer. The answer 2 is also an integer. Okay, 1 is also an integer, 1 is also an integer. The answer which they said, we got 2. The same way I will go on with different numbers. Plus 4 and minus 2. The operation is addition of integer. Therefore 4 minus 2, the answer is 2. Again minus 2 plus 4, the answer is 2. Again minus 3 plus 5 is equal to 2. So the same way, students, you are also going to find some more few pairs of integer that add up to 2. Here we'll end the class. Thank you for watching the video, and practice the problems which I was doing in the video daily, and make yourself easy in understanding the given portion. Okay, now I'll be sending the problems which you have to work it in your home. After finishing your workouting problems, just type it as task completed and submit in the group. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day. Thank you, students.